Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Wie angepisst kannst du dich anhören, wenn du beim Bankett bist. Ja, ich bin da. Puh, wenn man so auf den Boden spuckt oder so.
Ah, there you are.
Guten Abend.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very...
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here!
Vorbereitung zum Baguette zur Wiederherstellung vom Mamatra, dem großen Basar, liefen wir im Schnürchen, essen und trinken war köstlich und Ausstattung war ein Augenschmaus. Ich hab's geschafft. Alle Beteiligten genossen das Festmahl und durften sogar eine Vorführung von Nil und ihren Freunden vom großen Basar beiwohnen. Zeit verging wie im Fluge. Das Bankett war so bestechend wie ein Traum.
Wow, it's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing! The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too. It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success. So, would you say we're good actors too?
Noch ein neuer Titel, wie schön.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Zurückgeschafft, Misserfolgen?
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
Ah, ja. Jetzt kommt der Rest zum Tragen wegen Ding. Hä, warte.
No, everything you said is correct.
Ah ja, genau. Die ganze Geschichte hat sich ja geändert, weil die höhere Herrin Rukkhadevata weg ist. Ausgelöscht wurde komplett.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Ach nichts, ich war nur etwas abwesend.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Was hätten sie ihre Erinnerungen und Kenntnisse zur Geschichte von Sumeru verändert, nachdem die höheren Herren Rukkhadevata in Vergessenheit geraten ist? Damit glauben sie, dass es immer nur einen Archon in Sumeru gibt, die niedere Herrin Kusanali. Vielleicht bin ich die einzige Person in Tevia, die sich an die höhere Herrin Rukkhadevata erinnert. Als Zeuge dieser Begebenheiten sollte ich ihre Wahl respektieren und ihr Geheimnis hüten.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day. Just like I'm doing now.
Ich glaube, Sino weiß nicht, wie es Lächeln ist. Ah ja, Alter, der macht mich mit seinem Lächeln echt fertig, ey. Der ist der wahre Sonnenschein hier.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Schade, echt schade, dass ich keinen an sie erinnern kann, ey. Fangen wir mit der Nervensäge an, der nicht lächeln kann. Unser Sunshine. Sunshine Sino.
And everything is delicious.
Du bist ein seltener Anblick auf einer Feier.
Yeah, I don't often come to such places, but it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Schon gut, wir kommen auch alleine klar.
There's always next time. We're friends after all.
Ja, wir könnten noch bessere Freunde sein, wenn du nicht gedacht hättest, dass für 50 Züge für dich nicht reichen, Penner.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Oder nee, warte, ich glaube, ich habe 50-50 verloren, oder? Ah ja, stimmt, nach Sino kam ja Nilo. Noch mehr als die
I
Nervensägen.
seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Ich dachte, du würdest dich langweilen.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts, unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
So, und ihr zwei.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Gern, ich freue mich hier zu sein.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
Das Fressgelage. Sie sagt das Fest und übersetzen das Fressgelage.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know.
Ein tolles
I'll be
Bankett.
sure to take note of it.
Ein tolles Bankett. Danke für die Einladung.
That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
Ich möchte dir etwas verraten. Du hast Nilo erzählt, was Setaria gesagt hat.
I'm
Ach so.
honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
Schläft meine Ei.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
Ach, ich werde etwas müde.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
Wirklich?
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
Ich bin plötzlich so müde. Habe ich gestern Nacht nicht gut geschlafen oder habe ich ein Bäuchlein zu voll... Oder habe ich mein Bäuchlein zu voll geschlagen? Warum übersetzt das jemand mit Bäuchlein? Huch, wer ist da? Hm?
It's me.
Ja, dacht's mir schon. Na, hier, unser Bewusstsein ist wieder verbunden.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Brauchst du Hilfe?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
Was denn?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Verstehe, Naida, am besten sagst du es ihnen selbst.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
Manche Dinge muss man selbst erledigen.
But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
Kinder, mal auf die Erwachsenen zu hören, jetzt schieb deinen Arsch jetzt zum Bankett. 500 Jahre alte Kinder. Bitte beruhig dich, nichts wird passieren.
Let me think about it. Okay.
Gott sei Dank, ey, ich dachte schon, sie fehlt. Hast du dich entschieden?
Yes, I have.
Dann ist gut. Wie?
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So,
Warte, die hat jetzt nicht mich übernommen, oder?
I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Dann versprich mir wenigstens, dass du nichts Komisches von mir gibst.
Everyone. Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
Siehst du, ich hab dir doch gesagt, dass sich alle freuen, dich zu sehen.
Ja.
Na, die überraschende Ankunft brachte das Bankett zum Höhepunkt. Die Herzen der Gäste sprudelten vor Glück. Das sieht man bestimmt vor dem Sino und bei Alhaitham. Unter dem Einfluss ihrer Emotionen sprachen sie und lachten sie bis in die tiefe Nacht hinein. Das Bankett war ein krönender Erfolg. Der Start hat einen. Musst du in die Quest, in das Quest-Menü gehen, dann kannst du das einschalten.
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
Es geht.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Nichts im Vergleich zu dir.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony. Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Du meinst doch die Quest-Markierungen, die dir fehlen, oder? Tom. Achso, ja, guten Abend. Eigentlich gehst du bloß in die Aufträge rein und aktivierst es dann halt da unten mit Ziel verfolgen. Oder nicht mehr verfolgen. Und wenn es keine gibt, musst du normalerweise im Ding nachschauen, was in der Beschreibung steht, wo du hin sollst. Schön, dass die Nahida noch gekommen ist, ey. Ich hab schon gedacht, die kommt nicht. Wäre jetzt schade gewesen. Aber wie ist halt mein Körper übernimmt, ey. Huah. Die Questmarkierungen. Normal gehst du bloß Escape oder halt ins Menü, auf Aufträge und Ziele verfolgen. Einfach auf die Quest gehen, wo du machen wirst. Und dann siehst du die halt auf der Karte, so. Und wenn du weiter weg bist, wird das hier normalerweise auch nur so markiert. Da kannst du draufklicken und kannst auch hingehen. Nahida trifft Nahida. Scheiße, wie läufst du draußen rum?
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water. So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know?
Über Akasha, was passiert über Scaramouche, über die nächste Station der Reise. Akasha.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Was passiert, nachdem ich an jedem Tag eingeschlafen war?
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Hat er das göttliche Herz gestohlen?
Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
Sie will es gar nicht erzählen, was sie gemacht hat, ne? Egal. Scaramouche?
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features.
Ja, er hat echt nützliche Eigenschaften. Er könnte die Würmer füttern unter der Erde.
Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself.
Ach halt, warte, ich vergesse immer, dass er eine Puppe ist, ne? Ich weiß nicht, ob die Würmer denn schmecken.
His future will be determined by fate.
Nächste Station der Reise. Fontaine.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra-Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Damit wäre doch Fontaine offiziell. Ja, jetzt schon. Das letzte Mal haben wir uns, glaube ich, vorm Patch unterhalten drüber. Okay, keine.
Sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet? Huh? You mean... About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
Aber wir kommen von außerhalb des Sternenmeers. Irminsul hat bestimmt keine Informationen zu ihr, oder?
Yeah. Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all. What? There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
Wie kann das sein? Meine Schwester und ich haben zusammen die Sternmeere bereist. Wie kann sie aus Teyvat kommen? Das ergibt keinen Sinn. Stimmt etwas mit meiner Erinnerung nicht? Oder hat diese Welt etwas mit ihr angestellt?
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Weißt du sonst noch etwas? Was ist dir zugestoßen?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy. What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Könnte es mit dem Abgrund zu tun haben?
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Ankömmling?
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it. Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
Scheiße, Alter, es gab 2 vor uns. Ah, Genshin, ihr Penner, ey. Der 4.?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them?
Halt, warte, 3, ja.
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time. Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information. And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Ich auch, ich brauche Zeit zum Nachdenken.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes. And maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Kapitel 3, 5 Tag abgeschlossen. Akasha pulsiert, die Kalperflamme lodert.
Things in Sumeru have settled down now. Paimon bets people will be coming up with new and interesting ideas at this time. How about we take a walk around Sumeru City and see if anyone needs our help? Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that it just might pay off.
Is there anything you want to know?
Achso, das über die Schwester erzählt sie dann nochmal.
And soon, I'm very interested if fate is...
Ja, das haben wir ja schon.
The pleasure is all... Alright, that's an...
Die können uns jetzt kein Jahr hängen lassen. Ich denke mal, spätestens mit dem Dainsleif wird es weitergehen wahrscheinlich. Ich bin gespannt, warum die Schwester nicht mehr angeblich dazugehören soll. Ist das vielleicht, weil die so lange jetzt in Teviata jetzt schon ist, dass die einfach jetzt als Individuum gezählt wird, was dazugehört? Ja. Dainsleif ist sicher auch einer von denen. Von den Ankömmlingen? Stimmt, weil der auch so ein Sternending hat. Ja, aber das würde. Aber der war doch einer aus Canria, das wäre ja dann auch irgendwie komisch. Ich meine, ich bin schon gespoilert worden, dass scheinbar Nahida was zu unserer Schwester weiß, aber ich habe nicht gewusst, was. Aber Alter. Ich meine, die bauen das mittlerweile zu so einer mega riesigen Story um, ey. Du weißt ja gar nicht mehr, was du denken sollst mit dem ganzen Zeug. Dainsleif ist auch verflucht, aber ist ein guter Ansatz. Also wenn wir der Vierte sind, die himmlische Ordnung der Erste, ist jetzt dann die Frage, ob die anderen zwei dann zum Abgrund gehören? Oder einer den Abgrund gemacht hat? Dass der Sternhimmel bei Teviat nicht echt ist. Ja, gut, es kann halt viel bedeuten. Habt ihr schon eigentlich die Videos gesehen, dass man Nahida mit ihrer Schaukel wegschubsen kann? Wenn du mit jemandem zusammenspielst? Wie alt kann man da, was mich bei der ganzen Sache fragen? Naja, die Traveler sind ja, beziehungsweise, die sind ja, keine Ahnung, unsterblich, könnte man fast sagen. Die altern ja nicht wirklich. Scheinbar. Jetzt ist die Frage, ob am Ende rauskommt, dass das alles hier nur eine Simulation ist oder sowas.
Huh? There's a new bulletin board
Zhongli sieht für ein paar tausend Jahre auch recht frisch aus. Ja, der war aber vorher schon Gott. Der war doch vorher schon irgendwie so göttlich und... Ist dann noch göttlicher geworden, nachdem er das Ding hatte, oder? Oder wie war das? Was ist denn du jetzt von mir? Aber damit hat sich offiziell Nahida zum nützlichsten Archon entwickelt. Während die anderen einfach nur Grütze sind. Mich würde halt interessieren, warum die Nahida die einzige ist, die erzählen darf, was passiert ist. Oder jedenfalls die Infos, die sie hat. Wahrscheinlich, weil sie nicht an das gebunden ist, was die normalen Archons wahrscheinlich sind. Den falschen Himmel finden die Aussage recht schwierig, weil sie so nichts sagen und allgemeinhalten ist. Naja, das kann sein, ja, dass es wahrscheinlich deswegen war. Weil Nahida so ein außergewöhnliches Phänomen ist in dem ganzen System. Und das mit dem falschen Himmel könnte es vielleicht auch aufs Weltall zählen? Nein, Nahida bekommt keine Schuhe. Ich kann sie vergessen. Nachdem sie uns doch so wenig verrät. Nein. Die hätten mehr Infos gebraucht. Dann hätte sie vielleicht einen Schuh verdient. Aber nur einen. Vielleicht kriegst du ein paar neue Socken. Zu Weihnachten. Ja, das müssen wir jetzt erstmal sacken lassen, alles. Wie viel haben wir jetzt eigentlich? Jetzt haben wir auch schon wieder unsere 4 Stunden überschritten.